Hey guys, it is Jack here, that vegan dad here for my weekly vegan food reviews. If this is your first time, do stick around and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with new vegan friendly food taste test reviews. And today I am tasting these amazing new items from Plant Asia. Plant Asia have been around for a few years now, releasing mock meat items. They've had mock duck, mock pork, and also mock chicken from memory. I forget the last one. Anyway, they have released 3 new items in the Woolworths supermarkets, and I am really excited to see how these taste because these are very unique, very different sort of items that no one else is really doing out on the market at the moment. So this is really exciting for vegans looking for those mock meat alternatives. So what I have here today is the tender beef, which is $7, ribs here, which is $8, and then finally the plant-based chicken skewers, which are also $8. Really excited to get into this, and I'm actually really impressed that I was actually able to stack them like this to show you guys what these are. Anyway guys, I am gonna whip them up right now to see how they taste, how they cook, and if, of course, they are worth your money. That is the most important thing, if they are worth your money. Anyway, let's get into this taste test review straight away with the magic of video editing. There's gonna be some meals sitting here very soon. How is this for a banquet, guys? So here I've got my little glazed plum ribs here, got my tender beef, and then finally we have the skewers as well. So what actually comes with the ribs and the skewers is a little satchel, separate sauce, so you just chuck over the top at the end once you've cooked it. So plenty of sauce for the plum one and plenty of satay sauce there as well. You can smell a lot of satay at the moment from these skewers. And with these tender beef, I use the recipe on the back, which is really good because if you don't know how to use these, they do have recipes on the back which make it really easy to give you simple ideas. Did some miso paste, ginger, and some brown rice syrup. So just gave it a little bit of flavor, a bit of a glaze on there. So these look incredible here. So these are all soy protein based item mock meat. So I've had my opinions of the past items from Plant Asia. That pork is incredible. Other items, not too bad. They could be better, but these look great. So let's see how they taste. So we'll start off with the tender beef. I'll be honest, I'm not overly convinced with this tender beef. A bit of a hit and miss. A lot of them are actually a little bit soggy. Not a huge amount of texture, it doesn't really hold in that juiciness of the flavors that I marinated them in. The texture of it is just kind of chewy and squishy. So the texture is probably a little bit off on that. I feel like the mock beef market is pretty competitive at the moment, and I feel like there are better options out there. One great thing about this is there is a lot in there, so that is a massive selling point there. I just feel that in terms of the texture, it is a bit of a letdown. What I remember, beef being, it's been a few years, but have an amazing texture. Each bite it'll be stringy, I guess. Whereas these, texture is just a little bit mushy for my liking. Doesn't really replicate beef in my opinion at all. Anyway, moving on, I'm really interested by these plum ribs. They're replicating pork. They look really incredible. Look that out. And so these stalks, these ribs are actually made from mushrooms, which is pretty cool. Straight away, texture is much better than that beef. It actually replicates meat texture. It's actually got some actual texture to it. It is not mushy at all. And the flavors of that plum sauce are incredible. Very, very tasty. These are so bloody delicious, actually. As you're biting it, you're getting that stringy texture as well. And that plum sauce is so flavorsome, so good there. So my only fault with these ribs is not a huge one, but it is a little bit disappointing that there's only 7 ribs in this box. So like, you know, that isn't a lot of food for $8 that you are paying, but those flavors, that texture are very incredible. Like you could definitely have that as a little side dish or add it to some other bits and pieces, and you can make probably 2 meals out of it. It's very delicious, guys. I am really excited about these skewers. So easy to cook. Chicken satay skewers. Apparently the satay smell is like, it is all around me at the moment. So really keen to see how this plant-based chicken is. In terms of flavors, the satay taste is, you know, down to a T. A very lovely satay sauce on these. Again, the texture is probably a little bit off on these, and I notice a lot of plant-based chickens have that wheaty soy taste, and this one as well. It doesn't really replicate what I remember chicken being like in terms of texture, and the taste of the plant-based chicken does have like a soy wheat taste to it, so that is not the greatest, which is a little bit annoying when there are some amazing plant-based chicken options available. That satay sauce though is down to a T, very flavoursome. So there we go, guys. We have 2 options where the texture and the taste probably isn't up to standard to some other plant-based options out on the market. Plant-based beef was a little bit squishy, didn't really have any texture to that beef. It wasn't stringy, it like didn't pull apart. It was just kind of soft and squishy. Plant-based chicken had a bit of a strong wheat taste to it, texture as well, a bit squishy, and probably not as good as other plant-based chicken options on the market. That plant-based pork is definitely my front winner. You know, in terms of taste and that plum sauce, the texture on these are incredible. Only downside is it's $8 and you get 7 quite little pork ribs there. So they're probably only gonna be used for maybe 1-2 meals depending on what you put with it. Anyway guys, if you have tried any of these new products from Plant Asia, please, I'd love to hear your feedback. If I am wrong, please let me know in the comment section below. Always love hearing from you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, chuck it a like, share it around, and you can find these now in Woolworths for $8, and the beef is $7. So until next time guys, I'll catch you all very soon.